What's up, everybody? It's Casual Fan back for another video. Today in this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys and giving you guys my thoughts and my ranking on a tier list. What teams I think have the brightest future versus the not so brightest future. So if you're new here, be sure to subscribe down below for more NFL offseason content where I'm going to be ranking teams, telling how I'm going to start like a series and explain how teams can like improve next year. And also, I'm going to be doing March Madness predictions coming up soon. Whenever that starts, I'm going to be doing a lot more NBA content, all that kind of stuff. So stay tuned and be sure to subscribe if you're new. Enough jibber jabber. Let's get started right over here. So we got my tier list, NFL tier list maker. Starting off with the Titans because they're the first team on my list. Okay, the Tennessee Titans. How do I feel about the Titans? I don't think Ryan Tannehill is the guy. And after this next year, they're going to experience why Tannehill's not that guy. I think he's an average tier quarterback. I don't think he is the future. Obviously, they have Derrick Henry, who's going to be staying here for, a while. Julio Jones is kind of winding down in his last years as well, But I don't think they have a top-notch future. I'm going to give them a B tier for now. They still have some things to work on. I don't think Mike Vrabel is as good of a head coach. I feel like he's just like Matt LaFleur. They're both very, very good regular season coaches, but they can't get it done in the playoffs. So I think the Titans are. I'm going to put the Titans in B tier for now. The Dolphins. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I'm putting the Dolphins all the way up here in A tier. The reason for that is because they have a new coach, and I actually really, really like his attitude and stuff like that, because I'm going to be talking about on the podcast on my TikTok. Go follow it down below. It's in the link in the description. Brian Flores was the problem in Miami. He was the problem, and now that they're going to have a new mindset, I think they're going to utilize Jalen Waddle even more. I think Tua Tagovailoa is going to have a breakout year. They also have cap space to work with. Since they missed the playoffs, they have a higher draft pick. So I wouldn't give them an S tier future, but I would definitely give them an A tier future. So that's where I'm putting the Miami Dolphins. Jacksonville Jaguars. Okay, straight up, I want to put the Jaguars in like S tier, but the reason why I'm not going to put them in S tier is because they're the Jacksonville Jaguars, and it would be kind of weird. So I'm going to put them in A tier. They have a new coach in Doug Peterson. They have Trevor Lawrence, who's going to be developing. I think he's going to have a great year next year. And you know what? I'm going to actually put them in B tier. It feels a little too early to put them in A tier yet, but they have the number 1 pick next year, and they're going to have some stuff to work with. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to be a playoff team in like 3 years. Give it maybe less, maybe even less. Minnesota Vikings. Okay. It all depends on how Kirk Cousins is going to be perceived, because I feel like they're very, very confused on Kirk Cousins, whether he wants to take a pay cut, because obviously he's getting overpaid. We all know that. They have a new coach now, and honestly, I'm going to put the Vikings. They're not in D or C tier. I'm going to put them in B tier. They're very average, a very average future, but there's not much I can say about them. It's looking bright, but I wouldn't put them in A tier either. Bay Buccaneers. Okay, this is the first team that I'm gonna put. I don't know about in D tier. You know what? If there was a tier between C and D, I would put them right there. So I would put them in C tier for now. Actually, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna put them in C tier for now. They have guys that are under contract, so they're still gonna have stars. With Tom Brady retiring, which is obviously the reason why they're here, here's what I have to say about them. Kyle Trask is their guy now, okay? But if they pursue a quarterback and convince Chris Godwin to somehow stay, then I think the Buccaneers are back in business. But for now, the way it's looking, it's not looking too good. I'm putting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in C tier. The San Francisco 49ers, my least favorite team in the NFL. As a Packers fan, everybody knows that. So I'm going to put the 49ers. Okay, they got Trey Lance now. He is basically the guy. They got a lot of young stars on that team, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. They got an A tier. I'm giving them an A tier. I think the 49ers have a good shot at winning their division next year. I don't think the Rams can do it 2 years in a row. I think the Rams are still going to be good, but give me give me the 49ers right there. The Atlanta Falcons. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm putting the Falcons in C tier as well. There's nothing that surprises me about the Falcons. Matt Ryan's going to be winding down on his last 2 years. I think he's going to play this year, and I think he's going to play the year after. And I think he's going to call it quits from there. Kyle Pitts is definitely going to want to leave. I don't see anything that's been surprising me ever since they lost 28-3. There's nothing, really like wow that I can say about this roster and about this organization. So I'm going to put the Falcons in C tier. Here's what I got to say about the Ravens. They are the definition of an unlucky team last year. I think the Ravens have a bright future. I'm going to put them in A. The reason why I'm putting them in A is because they got a lot of young stars on that team. They got injured. This year, they're going to be all healthy. They're all going to be ready to go. Harbaugh is signed to another, deal. He's still got more years to go. And there's no stars on this team that is expressing interest of leaving. So I think the Ravens are in A tier. The Chicago Bears. Okay. Call me biased, but I don't think the Bears have a very good future. I'm going to put them in B. They have like a mid future. The reason why I'm saying that is because they don't have a first round pick next year. And Allen Robinson's going to leave, which isn't going to affect them much because he wasn't doing much for them. But they need to improve that offensive line. They obviously have a new GM and head coach, which is going to be interesting to see. But for now, I'm going to put them in B tier because we're kind of unsure of where the Bears are at. The the first team that I'm going to put in S tier, the Cincinnati Bengals. That's without a question. I mean, everybody thought this team was going to be absolute cheeks last year. And then look where they are now. All right, moving on. We have the New England Patriots. I am so... Okay, it's weird because Bill Belichick's going to be winding down on his finals years. I think this year's probably going to be his last year. Maybe. Of course, they have a young rookie, Mac Jones, and all this kind of stuff. But the question is, when Bill Belichick retires and he leaves, where are the Patriots going to be at? Because you need a very, very strong successor to keep on leading that team. So I'm going to be very honest. I'm going to put the Patriots. Where am I going to put the Patriots, man? Do I put them in B tier? I'm going to put them in B tier. Moving on, we have the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, here's what I got to say about the Cowboys. I like the Cowboys last year. They're an interesting team to watch. I don't think Mike McCarthy is going to be that guy. If they somehow pulled off a Sean Payton signing, that would have been absolutely insane. But the Cowboys do have a bright future, though. Okay, don't get that twisted. With Micah Parsons and all these other players, put them in A tier for sure. We have the Houston Texans. Okay, straight up, Texans go to D tier. You guys might have not been the worst team in the league by record or by win percentage this year, but you guys are definitely the most poverty team. Deshaun Watson, who knows what's going on with that situation? You guys have been going in and out with head coaches over the past, I don't even know how many years. And Brandon Cooks is about to leave. He's the rumors going around that he's going to get released. So I feel so bad if you're a Texans fan, man. You got to let me know how it feels, because genuinely, man, yikes. The Indianapolis Colts. So rumors going around that Carson Wentz is not going to be here around much longer, which is damn, he actually bowled out last year. But future wise, bro, I'm going to put them up here in A tier. They got a bright future. Actually, okay, I'm gonna put them in A tier. I would put them in S tier if they kept Carson Wentz, actually, because now it's who's gonna be your quarterback if you get rid of Carson Wentz? You know what I mean? So, I'm putting them in A tier. Things can change though. Moving on, we have the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams are very interesting. Sean McVay is getting offered $15 million to broadcast on ESPN or whatever it may be. And then we have, which, by the way, I think that's going to be an amazing job. I don't want to see that, though. So that's Sean McVay for you. Then you have Aaron Donald, who's okay, if we keep everyone, then I'll stay. So I think they're going to keep everyone. Aaron Donald's not going to retire. That's absolutely silly. They're going to keep everyone. for another year. I think OBJ is going to get re-signed. Some players are going to have to walk because there's something called cap space. So they have a good short-term future, not a good long-term future. I'll put the Rams right here in B tier. The Los Angeles Chargers. This is another team, straight up, I'm putting them right here in S tier. The reason why, Justin Herbert is a top 5 quarterback. He's actually top 4. I think he's 4th in the league right now. I actually do like Brandon Staley, even though he kind of threw away the season. I do like him. I think he's going to have a huge jump next year. I think, hot take, I think the Chargers are going to win the division next year. I think regardless of them not having any fans, they're going to have so much energy next year. I think the Chargers are going to be that team for years to come. So stop sleeping on the Chargers. We have the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm putting them in S tier as well. Like, it's very simple. The Chiefs, with Patrick Mahomes' huge 10-year deal or whatever it is, they're going to be good for years to come. Even though they had a shaky start to the year this year, there's no doubt in my mind the Chiefs are still going to be one of the best teams in the league. They're going to win at least 2 more Super Bowls in the Patrick Mahomes era. Moving on, we got the Detroit Lions. People are going to be kind of iffy about this one. But I'm not going to put the Lions in D. I'm not going to put the Lions in C. I'm not going to put the Lions in B. But I'm going to put them in A tier. The reason why I'm putting them in A tier, they have so many first-round picks. And they got a man. They got a man in Detroit. And Dan Campbell, he is tenacious. I think he is the key to putting this Detroit Lions team on his back for the next 5+ years. And it might not be next year. It might not even be the year after. But the Lions will be playoff contenders. I don't know about Super Bowl contenders, but playoff contenders. Most teams in the NFL that suck always had that, draggy, lazy attitude. You know what I mean? They're always sulking their shoulders. They don't care because we suck. But the attitude that Dan Campbell brings to the Detroit Lions is something that is going to carry on for the next 10 years or whatever, how long he stays here. Trust the process. The Lions are going to be good. The Lions are going to be good. Moving on, we got the Cleveland Browns. Okay, straight up, I'm going to get this out of the way. The Lions have a C tier. The Browns have a C tier future. The reason why I say that, Baker Mayfield, it's going to be a tough decision with him whether they're going to sign him to a max deal or not. Plus, I just think the chemistry overall in that locker room is just so off, so iffy. And for that reason, I'm going to put them in C tier. I'm just so unsure about them. And yeah, man, the New Orleans Saints. I'm putting them in C tier as well. I might put them in B tier. You know what? I'm going to put them in B tier because I really like their new head coach now. I think he's definitely going to provide that defense with a lot of energy and all that kind of stuff. The only problem why I'm not putting them higher is because there's something called cap space, and they're like negative 100-something million under that. And we have the New York Giants. I'm going to keep it 100, man. The New York Giants have a terrible future. Like, terrible. Saquon Barkley can't stay healthy. They're going to have to trade him. Daniel Jones isn't that guy, straight up. They don't have success with first-round picks. It's not going to go well. Kenny Golladay is not that guy either. And, I already know it's tough being a New York Giants fan. So I'm putting them in the D tier. The Philadelphia Eagles. Okay, I really like the Philadelphia Eagles roster right now. I think they're going to win the division next year. I'm putting them in A tier. Jalen Hurts obviously still is, I think he's still kind of like in the middle of his development and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to have to see how everything plays out with Jalen Hurts, but I really like him. I really think the Eagles are going to make some money moves in the future. Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, they don't have a quarterback right now, but they do have some young studs on that team. Juju Smith-Schuster, though, he doesn't know what's happening. I don't think it's going to matter, though. I'm putting them right in the middle. I'm putting them in B tier for now. They obviously just got Brian Flores as a linebackers coach, which is kind of like a weird ranking to put him at, but okay. And I'm going to put them in B tier for now. The Denver Broncos. The Broncos have a bright future. Now, it all depends on if they land either Rodgers or a superstar quarterback. But for now, I'm going to put the Broncos right here. Nathaniel Hackett is going to be very, very good for them. So it's going to be very interesting to see where they're at. Then we have the Green Bay Packers, my favorite football team. Okay. We don't have a D tier future, but I'm going to put us in C tier. Because the reason why I say that is because Brian Gutekunst and our entire front office is very good with not only signings, but late round draft picks. And let's just say worst case scenario, Devontae and Aaron Rodgers leave, which I don't think they are. But let's just say worst case scenario they do. I think we're still going to be fine. I think we're still going to have 7 to 8 to 9 wins without Rodgers and Devontae. I do trust Jordan Love to an extent, but I'm putting them in C tier for now. Even if we keep Rodgers and Adams, which is what I think is going to happen, we're going to have a bright future for one more year. And then, Rodgers might retire. And then who knows? But right now, I'm just focusing on this next year as a Packers fan. So I'm putting them in C tier. Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to put the Carolina Panthers right here. I do not like their head coach. I don't like their mentality. I don't like how they perceive things. They need a franchise quarterback. They don't have a franchise quarterback. They need players who genuinely love the team and feel passionate about the team. They don't have that. I'm putting the Panthers in the last tier. The Las Vegas Raiders. There's one thing that I got to say about the Raiders. If you don't get one player next year that doesn't get arrested, then you got a pretty good shot at this thing. But right now, I'm not going to put you in C. I'm going to put you in B for now. I do like Josh McDaniels. He can definitely bring some energy and stuff like that. So then we have the Washington Commanders. They're still pulled up on this animation as the Washington Foreskins. I mean the Washington Redskins. But anyways, I'm going to put them in A tier. The reason why I think they're going to make a run for the division next year. There's some reports coming out and saying that they're going to be making a run for a top tier quarterback. So I think that's going to put them at a bright future. I'm going to put them in B tier. I think A tier is a little too nice, but B tier for sure. Arizona Cardinals. I'm going to put the Cardinals right here in C tier. I think they're frauds. I think they're going to be frauds next year. I don't think Kyler Murray is going to stay for much longer. And yeah, the Buffalo Bills. I'm putting the Buffalo Bills all the way up here in S tier. Their receiving core is probably one of the best that I've seen in the NFL. Josh Allen is a top 3 quarterback. He's a top 2 quarterback if you want to talk about young QBs. And he's an absolute beast. Sean McDermott, I think he needs to step it up. The weight is kind of on his shoulders for the next coming years. But the Buffalo Bills, I love their future. S tier for sure. The Seattle Seahawks. Okay. The Seahawks, I am high on their future. I'm going to put them in A tier high. They're going to have a shot. I think they're going to make a good playoff run next year. I think this year was the year where they kind of silked down, and then they're going to skyrocket next year. Do I think they're going to win the division? I'm not really sure about that, but I'm going to put them in A tier for now. Lastly, but probably least. Actually, not least. I have the New York Jets. Where am I going to put them? Hold on. Let me put them down for now. Okay. Robert Saleh is your head coach. Zach Wilson, Jets quarterback. Think about it. All Jets rookie quarterbacks in their first year always have a crappy year, always struggle, always get sacked 70 plus times. Not Zach Wilson. He is flashy. And I really like Zach Wilson, and I really like this energy that they have. I think they're going to have a culture change in the next coming years. I'm going to put the New York Jets in A tier, bro. Straight up. Same tier as the Lions. I think they're going to be the same thing as the Lions. Jets and Lions are going to be on the rise very soon. It might not be next year, but it might not even be the year after. But give it 3 years. Give it time. Jets fans, I know you guys have been depressed all your life. I'm telling you, you guys are going to have a bright future. I think your future is better than all the future on the BU tier teams. So yeah, that's my ranking of all the futures.